Nobody warned me that the worst days don't announce themselves. They arrive quietly, like Tuesday. I was in traffic, sweating under the Lagos sun, fighting with my phone charger, when my sister called. "Where are you?" Her voice trembled. "In traffic. What's wrong?" There was silence, the kind that swallows sound. Mama is gone." I laughed. I actually laughed. Because my mother was strong. Because she had called me that same morning to remind me not to forget my lunch flask. Because mothers like mine don't just die. "Stop joking," I said. "I'm not joking," my sister whispered. She collapsed. "They tried." "I'm sorry." The world didn't shatter. It paused. I don't remember how I got home. I don't remember crying. I just remember sitting on the cold floor of our living room, staring at my mother's wrapper, folded neatly on the chair, still smelling like her. Soap, menthol, and something warm I could never name. That night, I couldn't sleep. At exactly 2:17 a.m., my phone rang. "Mama." I froze. My heart slammed so hard, I thought it would break my ribs. My hands shook as I stared at the screen. The call kept ringing. Maybe I was dreaming. Maybe grief had finally cracked my mind. I answered. "Hello?" My voice came out broken. Breathing. I heard breathing. Slow. Familiar. "Mama," I whispered. "My child." Her voice came softly, exactly the way she called me when I was sick as a child. I screamed and dropped the phone. It didn't stop. The call stayed connected. My sister burst into my room, panic in her eyes. "Why are you shouting?" I pointed at the phone like it was a snake. She picked it up, her face drained of color. "Mama," she whispered. The breathing stopped. The call ended. We sat there until morning, shaking, unable to speak. The next day we checked the call log. It was there. Incoming call, 2:17 a.m. from my mother's number. We went to the police. They said someone must have taken her phone, but her phone was buried with her. We knew, because I watched them place it in her handbag before sealing the coffin. That night, the phone rang again, 2:17 a.m. This time, there was no breathing, just her voice. "You must listen carefully," she said. "There is no time." I couldn't breathe. "There is something in the house," she continued. "Something I hid. Something your father never knew." My father had died 5 years earlier. "What is it?" I asked, crying. "Promise me you'll be brave." "I promise," I sobbed. "Go to the old wardrobe, the one with the broken hinge." The call ended. My sister and I stood in front of that wardrobe for a long time. It had been there since we were children. We opened it. Behind the clothes, taped to the wood, was a small black notebook. Inside were names, dates, amounts of money, and one sentence written over and over. "If I die suddenly, it was not natural." My stomach twisted. The next page held a name that made my blood turn cold. Uncle Kola, our mother's younger brother. The same uncle who had insisted she sign some documents a month ago. The same uncle who had been hovering around the house, acting helpful, pushing for the burial to be quick. My phone rang again. 2:17 a.m. This time, my mother's voice was weak. "He poisoned me," she said. "Slowly, in my tea." I screamed. "You must protect yourselves," she continued. "He will come for the house next." The line went dead. The next morning, Uncle Kola showed up smiling. "My children," he said, spreading his arms, "we must talk about the property." I looked at him, and for the first time in my life, I saw it. The impatience behind the kindness, the hunger in his eyes. That night, we recorded everything. The call logs, the notebook, the documents he had forced her to sign. When we confronted him, he laughed. "You think a dead woman is calling you," he said. "Grief has damaged your heads." Then his smile slipped, because my phone rang, 2:17 a.m., on speaker. My mother's voice filled the room. "You have always been greedy, Kola," she said calmly, "even as a child." He fell to his knees, confessed everything. The police took him away. The calls stopped after that. Years have passed. Sometimes I still wake up at 2:17 a.m., heart racing. My phone never rings anymore. But whenever life feels heavy, whenever I miss her too much, I smell that familiar scent, soap, menthol, and something warm. And I know, some mothers don't leave. They just watch quietly, making sure justice is done.